Hello, Charlene. Hello. Hello. Oh, there you are. Okay. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Griffith Gymnasium, and welcome to another night of Los Alamos High School girls basketball. And tonight, the Hilltopper girls will be going up against the Valencia Lady Jaguars. Valencia, the school there, just a few miles outside of Los Lunas, and a relatively new school. But the Hilltopper will go up against the Jaguars. Both of these teams played in the Capital City tournament last weekend, so they're both coming off of that weekend. And in that particular tournament, by the way, the way that went, Los Alamos went up against Santa Fe first, and they lost to Santa Fe 39-45. Had a big rally coming back, but it fell short. And then the Jaguars opened up against Cleveland. Cleveland, very good team with a very good record, and they've really knocked off some big schools, Albuquerque High, Clovis, and decisively. But the Jaguars took them to 23-22 and won that ball game. Put Cleveland into the contenders bracket, as they say. And then the Cleveland played Los Alamos, and Los Alamos, very, very tight, hard-fought ball game, and the Cleveland ended up winning that one by 1. So they lost to Valencia by 1, beat Los Alamos by 1, 33-32. And then the Valencia went on to play Las Vegas Robertson, lost that to 37-25. And by the same exact score, 37-25, the Hilltoppers on the final night on Saturday night, and they defeated the Espanola Valley Sun Devils, their arch rival, their nemesis, and defeated them by that score, 37-25. So the Hilltoppers come into the ballgame at 3-2. They opened up the season against St. Michael's here in Griffith Gymnasium, won that ballgame 37-26, then traveled down a couple nights later to Albuquerque to take on Valley and defeated Valley 34-28. The Jaguars opened up their season against Gallup. Gallup, a very good team this year, and Gallup won that one 61-40. And then they that was at home. And then they traveled to Clovis and lost that one 47-34. So right now they come into the ball game with a record of 2 wins and 3 losses, and the Hilltoppers come in with a record of 3 wins. There's 2 wins and 3 losses for Valencia, 3 wins and 2 losses for Los Alamos. So it's going to be an interesting ball game here. I'm not sure exactly what to expect. It depends on, I guess, which Hilltopper team comes to play. They didn't come to play very well against Santa Fe, but then for the rest of the tournament, they played very well. Really gave Cleveland a run for their money. Cleveland, a very good for a 5A team. So the Hilltoppers will go up against the Jaguars tonight. The junior varsity just finished, and the junior varsity won that one 25-23. I thought it was going to go to overtime. It was 23-23 forever. And then finally, Los Alamos, with a couple of minutes to go, took the lead 25-23, got the ball back, went into the stall, and the Valencia coaches are going crazy, hollering pressure, but no fouls. I don't know. They don't seem to understand the strategy anymore. And both teams, they had the 1-1, obviously, because it was very low fouling ball game. But they just don't use that 1-1 anymore, and they don't realize how valuable it is. But anyway, this is Gene Mortensen and flying solo here tonight at Griffith Gymnasium. Hilltopper boys are at St. Pius. And they'll be taking on the Sartans there tonight in Albuquerque, and then and then the Hilltopper boys on Thursday will travel to Valencia to take on Valencia, a team they just played in the tournament last week. They played Valencia in the tournament after the Hilltoppers lost to Santa Fe. The Hilltopper boys opened up against Santa Fe, lost to Santa Fe, and then after the Santa Fe ball game. Yeah, good to see you, man. How you doing? Okay, awesome. Okay. So,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome
and just got a big hug from the referee. Anyway, so okay, well, anyway, so the Hilltopper boys opened up against Santa Fe, and Santa Fe, very, very good team. They ended up winning that Capital City tournament. But they have a lot of weapons, and they neutralized us in every way possible. Offense, on defense, they cut off our outside game. They neutralized our inside game. They just completely neutralized us, period. They went on to win the tournament. The Hilltoppers then, after that, they ended up going up against Valencia and defeated Valencia. So they'll be playing Valencia on Thursday night. But right now, tonight, they'll be going up against St. Pius. And we're just about ready for the national anthem here at Griffith Gymnasium, as the Hilltoppers are coached by Ray Romero, 3-2 on the season, and Michaela Medina is the coach of the Valencia Lady Jaguars, and they, of course, are 2-3 on the season. And Maury Pongratz, the PA voice of Los Alamos, is right now reading the blurb that they read, telling everybody to be good sports and all that kind of stuff, and which, of course, is a good thing. And as soon as he finishes that, we're going to have the national anthem. This should looking at the two teams down at Capital City, Valencia appeared to be the better team, but you know, if it's on the road at Santa Fe, you never know what can happen. Here, they're home here tonight, and like for instance, it was day and night between the two teams on Thursday and Friday. This is Gene Mortensen, and this is the national anthem. We'll be back. Yo, mama. This way.
Now let's meet the players.
So that completes the national anthem, and now they'll introduce the starters. And for the Jaguars, they will start with Jaden Montoya. She is a freshman. Sonia Lopez is a 5'4" senior. Jasmine Zuniga, a 5'4" senior. Azalea Mazelia, a 5'4" sophomore. And Bailey O'Connor, and she is a junior. We don't have heights on all the girls. We only have heights on 5 of the girls. 4 of them are at 5'4", and Kylie Ashley is at 5'7". Kylie is a junior. She was just she was on a JV team that lost by 2 points, but she was the leading scorer and the leading rebounder for that junior varsity team. So Lena Chavez will start for Los Alamos, and she's a 5'3" senior. Gigi Romero, a 5'8" freshman, so only a freshman, but very, very good ball player. Number 15 now will be Michelle Macias. She's a 5'10" junior and pretty tough inside. And Carly Holland she's been playing the point. She's been doing a fantastic job. 5'6" junior, and then underneath will be 5'10" junior Tara McDonald for Los Alamos. So there is the starting lineup for both these teams. So we're ready to go here at Griffith Gymnasium. And the Hilltopper girls versus the Valencia Lady Jaguars. This is a non-district ball game. And the Jaguars are a 4A school, just as Los Alamos is a 4A school. Tara McDonald will jump at center for Los Alamos, and she's going to go up against Bailey O'Connor. Bailey a little shorter than Tara. Tara like 5'10". I'd say that Bailey probably about 5'8". So we're ready to go, and here we go. And Tara controls the tip, and it's stolen away right away, and heading down the floor in a hurry. And then actually she got decked, but she stole that ball away right away, and that was Jaden Montoya. So she just anticipated, I think, and Tara McDonald gets the pass inside, cuts down the left side of the lane, lays it in on a nice left-handed shot by Tara, and she picks up the first 2 points of this ball game. So right now the Jaguars working with it will bring it into the corner, trying to get it underneath to Bailey O'Connor. They overthrow him. Tara McDonald picks off the pass. She'll get it now to Carly Holland. Holland will walk it up for Los Alamos. Hilltoppers leading 2-0, just underway. Michelle Macias takes it into free throw circle, gets it to Carly. Holland trying to make a move, is cut off by Jaden Montoya. Jaden, not a very big girl, but boy, she's the one that just was able to get in there and get that tip and take it to the hole. Hilltoppers, Lena Chavez puts the shot up on the baseline, going for the rebound. We're going to have Michelle Macias going for over the back. So that'll be Michelle's first team foul. And we're just underway here in the first quarter, 6:49 remaining. And the Hilltoppers lead 2-0 off the left-handed layup by Tara McDonald. So they bring it now over to Jaden Montoya. Montoya on the dribble, picks it up. He's going to hand it off now to Jasmine Zuniga. Zuniga just give it right back to her point guard. And Azalea Melissa. And then inside and cutting to the basket. A nice move to the basket that time. And that was Jasmine Zuniga. So the 5'4" senior starts off the scoring for the Jaguars. Carly Holland coming up the floor, gets the screen, starts to go all the way in. Gigi Romero, three-point shot from the left wing. That is off. Rebound comes down to the Jaguars. Jaguars trying to head down the floor in a hurry. Hilltoppers get back in a hurry. So now they will set things up. So they give it to the point guard, Azalea Malicia. Malicia over now to Jaden Montoya. Jaden still on the dribble, picks up her dribble. Tara McDonald trying to get out there to intercept the pass. I think she was going to pass it inside, and Tara McDonald broke out to intercept it, and so she held up the pass, and so then that left Azalea Malicia wide open to head down the lane. The pass went to her. She couldn't handle it. She loses it out of bounds. But it's like you try to intercept it. It's like even trying to intercept a pass from a wide receiver, and you don't make that interception. You're in trouble. Gigi Romero, nice move to the basket. That is up. Rebound comes down to Tara McDonald. She has the ball ripped out of her hands, and she's going to flip it over now to Azalea Malicia. Malicia on the dribble will bring it now to Jaden Montoya. Montoya over in the corner to Bailey O'Connor. So they're just right now the Hilltoppers in a girl-to-girl defense at this point. And then coming around, Carly Holland cutting off this time. Azalea Malicia. And they bring it back out on top. So they get it to Jaden Montoya. She's going to try to go down the lane. She gets a three-point shot on the way, and we're going to have a personal foul go to Carly Holland. And Carly immediately realized, I shouldn't have done that. And her reaction was exactly that. Carlin picks up her first team foul, but so Azalea Malicia is at the free throw line shooting three. So misses the first, and she'll get two more. It's a 2-2 ball game right now. 4:49 remaining here in the first period. Sparse crowd here tonight at Griffith Gymnasium. Second shot is also off. And Jaden Montoya, she's a little scrapper. She's the one who stole away the tip. She goes zooming in to get the rebound, but of course Azalea gets one more shot. So she's missed the first two. So Azalea ready for number three. And this one is up. This one is also off. Rebound comes down to Michelle Macias. She gets it over to Carly Holland. Will bring it up for Los Alamos. And right now waiting for her is Jasmine Zuniga. They get around her easily. Carly Holland now on the dribble. Picks up her dribble, gets it to Tara McDonald. She's literally at the top of the key. And then Gigi Romero, Tara McDonald cuts to the basket. And Gigi will pass a long pass inside to her. She gets a hold of it, but Bailey O'Connor knocks it out of bounds. Hilltoppers will inbound it under their own basket, baseline left. And they bounce it inside, trying to get it to Michelle Macias. And this is going to be deflected out of bounds by the Jaguars and Azalea Malicia. So the Jaguars each team has a field goal. The Jaguars are 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Hilltoppers will inbound it over in the right corner under their own basket. They're trying to bring it inside to inside to Tara McDonald, and she was covered by Bailey O'Connor. The pass was low. I thought it went off of Bailey's foot, but they're going to say it went off of Tara's foot. Emma Raven now checks into the ballgame for Los Alamos, and she will replace Tara McDonald. On the dribble, nice pass inside. Shot is off on an easy layup by Bailey O'Connor, and they get it out so they just flip it out, and standing in the middle of the lane this time, Azalea Malicia. She's just standing right in the middle of the lane, so she's about 7 feet out from the basket. All she had to do is lay it in. The Hilltoppers now trying to get it over to, this time to Abby Martinez. Abby can't get a hold of it. And now coming into the ballgame for Los Alamos will be Kenya Macias, and she'll replace Tara McDonald. So we have Carly Holland, Jean Romero, Emma Raven, Kenya Macias, and Abby Martinez in the ballgame for Los Alamos right now. We have 3:35 to go. It's a 4-2 ballgame. They hand the ball off now to Sonia Lopez, who has checked in for Michaela Medina. And the ball is on the floor. There's a little scramble for it, but that's when it's picked up easily by Azalea Malicia. Malicia on the dribble. Gets it over now to, this time, passes over to Sonia Lopez. Lopez will penetrate into the free throw circle, dishes it off, and then driving to the basket. Nice move. Great move to the basket. And so Azalea Malicia, she's kind of running the whole team here for the Valencia right now. Comes down to a 6-2 ball game. Hilltoppers a little stymied right now as they're just passing it from the right wing to the on the right wing. They're just going back and forth up to the top of the wing, over back to down the wing. And finally, they rotate it over to the left side, and the pass is wide and goes out of bounds. 6-2, 2:43 remaining. First quarter, Azalea Malicia will get it over to Jaden Montoya. Montoya inside. Whoa, we had a nice little travel, which wasn't called. Rebound is going to come down to Gigi Romero on the missed shot by Valencia. Gigi brings the ball up, gets it over on the right side to Abby Martinez. Martinez down low to Kenya Macias. They bring it back out on top. Now the pass over to Emma Raven. Raven over on the left wing is going to bring it out on top. So right now the Valencia girls in a matchup zone. They get the ball to, right now they get it to Emma Raven. Raven puts a shot up. Ball almost out of bounds. Kenya Macias saves it back in. I don't know how she did. Nice move to the basket by Gigi Romero, the freshman. And she lays it in for two. It's now a 6-4 ball game. Valencia up by 2. Azalea Malicia across the timeline. Gets it to Jaden Montoya, out to Bailey O'Connor. O'Connor will bring it over to the left side to Azalea. Jaden Montoya, 3-point shot. Boy, I thought that was in. Bailey O'Connor gets the rebound, and her shot is off her putback, and the rebound comes down to Gigi Romero. Here comes Gigi in a hurry. Only a freshman. She's going to get it now to Abby Martinez. 3-point shot by Abby. Rims around and comes out. And rebound comes down to the Jaguars with a minute to go here in the first quarter. First quarter roaring by here. 6-4 ball game. at this point. Bailey O'Connor picks up the dribble. Jaden Montoya, another three-point shot. Rebound, they should have had that time Dalen Rodriguez. We're going over the back, but she gets away with it, and she gets the rebound. Gigi Romero over to Kenya Macias. Gigi will rotate it over into the corner, and Abby Martinez with another three-point shot. This one is off. Rebound comes down to the Jaguars. Jaguars walking it up the floor. We have 30 seconds to go, and we're going to have a reach-in foul go. This time to an easy call for the official, Abby Martinez, as she just reached it. There wasn't any question about that foul. So that's her first, and that's the third team foul. It'll be inbounded right at midcourt. And so they bring it inside now to Sonia Lopez. Lopez over to Azalea. Azalea going in, has her shot blocked by Tara McDonald, who's back in the ball game for Los Alamos. And the ball goes out of bounds off of the Jaguars. 15 seconds to go here in quarter number one. Hilltoppers trail by 2. Pass over, comes over to Dalen Rodriguez. She goes to the hole, puts a shot up. She'll go to the free throw line. And a personal foul is going to go to, looks like it's going to go to Adriana Sanchez. That is her first, and that is only the first team foul. So Dalen Rodriguez at the free throw line, shooting 2, misses the first. So the 5'6" senior will shoot one more. So we've had 4 free throws shot in the ball game so far, and no completions. So here goes Dalen for shot number 2. This one's in. It's now a 6-5 ball game, and right now we come down to 5 seconds to go. I tell you. And so from half court, Azalea Malicia decides to shoot. She had about 4 seconds to go, but she just decided to fire. So I'm literally half court. She put the shot up, so that makes it, that's 5-6. The Hilltoppers are down to the Lady Jaguars after 1 quarter of play. And it simply comes down to 3 field goals for the Jaguars and no 3-pointers, and 0 for 3 from the free throw line. And the Hilltoppers had 2 field goals, also no 3-pointers in the ball game, and they were 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So that makes it a 6-5 ball game here. And so, like I say, the Hilltopper boys right now are down at St. Pius, taking on the Sarton boys, and then on Thursday night they'll travel over to Valencia. That's quite a trip too. I don't know if you've ever made it, but you leave Los Lunas and then you end up out in the middle of absolute nowhere, and especially if you're driving there at dark. I mean, it is really nowhere. So you're driving along these roads that are completely deserted, nothing on the sides of you but grassland, and they come up with these speed limits of 25 miles an hour. It's like, what, I think I'm run over a grasshopper or something. Anyway, they inwound it now to Carly Holland. Hilltoppers start things off for the second quarter. So Carly on the dribble, nice move by Carly, takes it to the hole. Whoa, nice left-handed shot. Boy, she should have had that. She got robbed. And a rebound coming down. Gigi Romero grabs it, knocked out of Gigi's hands. Hilltoppers inbound it under their own basket, baseline left. They'll get it to Lena Chavez. Chavez trying to get it inside to Tara McDonald. And actually, it is a ball is just bouncing around. And so very quickly, Sonia Lopez very astutely decides to just kind of slapped the ball against Tara McDonald out of bounds. The Jaguars come down. Boy, nice move to the basket, but they're going to call her for palming the ball. And too bad, because that was a beautiful move by Jasmine Zuniga. She made a little spin move, but they called her for palming. They get it now to Gigi Romero. Gigi over on the right wing. Comes out, gets it to Lena Chavez. Chavez will hand it to Michelle Macias. Down in the corner, it goes to Carly Holland. Holland coming down the baseline, puts it up. And Carly, a good shooter, and she once again, it rolls around and drops off. So Carly has a very nice, good, soft shot. That should have gone in too, but it didn't. 6-5 is the score. Jaguars up, and we're 1 minute gone here in the second quarter. Comes to Bailey O'Connor, top of the key, and then she'll bring it over now to Azalea Malicia. Malicia flip it over to Jasmine Zuniga. Zuniga gets away with a walk, and they're going to bring it back out on time to Sonia Lopez. Lopez get it to Malicia, over to Jaden Montoya. I thought Jaden was going to, Jaden, like I say, not a very big girl, but fearless, and she just takes it to the hole through everybody. Can't go up, so she realizes that too many tall trees, so she flips it out over to the wing. They get it back to Jaden, and a little give and go at just an old classic pick and roll, and they ran it to perfection. So Jaden so Jaden had the ball, and anyway, so they set a screen. They set a screen, and then the screen rolled off, and a perfect pass in. We have a personal foul. That's going to go to Tara McDonald. That's her first, and that's the fourth team foul. And at the free throw line, I'm trying to see because long ponytail. But anyway, who misses the first is Sonia Lopez. And she misses the first, puts in the second. That makes it a 7-5 ball game. Carly Holland with it. We'll bring it up for Los Alamos. Jaden Montoya waiting for her. Jaden almost steals it away. Almost steals it away again. Comes to Lena Chavez. Chavez over to Gigi Romero. Nice move by Gigi. Takes it to the hole and drops it in. Beautiful penetration that time by Gigi. And the freshman now has 4 points in the ball game, and we're all tied up at 7-7. And right now, Azalea Malicia directing traffic. She's going to hand it to Sonia Lopez. Screens for Sonia, then she rolls off. So they're trying that pick and roll, and they worked the first time, but it wasn't there that time. The shot goes up. Rebound comes down to Carly Holland. Holland will bring it up across the timeline. Comes over now to Lena Chavez. They'll bring it to Gigi. 3-point shot by Gigi. Long rebound is going to come back to Azalea Malicia, the point guard, so she'll just bring it up herself. We're coming down to 5 minutes to go here in the first half. 7-7 ball game. Alicia, Jaden Montoya, boy, she's not afraid to shoot that three. And we're going to have a personal foul. We're going to have a reach-in foul. And this one is going to go to Jasmine Zuniga. That's her first second team foul. As Tara McDonald came down with a rebound, and Jasmine trying to knock the ball out of her hands is called for the reach-in foul. No press being put on by the Jaguars as the Hilltoppers bring it up. Lena Chavez on the dribble brings it over now to Abby Martinez. Back to Lena. Back to Abby. Underneath to Michelle Macias. And heading down, Sophia Trujillo, who checked in the ball and gets it right down the middle of the lane, puts up a little half hook, hits the front of the rim and comes off. Rebound comes down to the Jaguars. They get it over. The Jaguar now over to Sonia Lopez. Lopez out on top to Jaden Montoya. Lopez gets the screen. Started to go with that pick and roll again, but she lost a handle. And this time now she tries to, she does end up getting it to her. She's in all kinds of traffic and going up for the shot that time. Jaden Montoya, she was hammered, and I mean hammered. Comes now 3-point shot from way out, and Azalea Malicia she flops after the shot. Unbelievable. Put the shot from way out, and then she flopped. The official didn't buy it. So the pass comes over now to Tara McDonald. She can't hang on and loses it out of bounds. But old Azalea, she tried to pull a sneaky beaky. So we have some substitution for the Hilltoppers. We'll see if we can pick everything up here. We have Sofia Trujillo and Abby Martinez and Gigi Romero in the ball game, along with Emma Raven and Kenya Macias. 3:35 to go here as the ball knocked out of bounds by the Hilltoppers, and they'll inbound it right at midcourt. They bring it into Jaden Montoya of the Jaguars. Jaden still on the dribble. Is going to get it out to Bailey O'Connor. Back to Jaden. She wants another three. Boy, I mean, she is not bashful. And now Jaden is saying the shot was way short, and Jaden telling the official that she got hit on the arm. But the official says, nope, that was a clean block, he says. And didn't get the arm, it got the ball. So he explained that. Pass comes inside to Emma Raven, over to Kenya Macias. She puts up the three-point shot. That's off. And the rebound is going to come down to Azalea Malicia. So Azalea Malicia just walks it across the timeline. We're under 3 minutes to go. Out on top to Bailey O'Connor. Connor will get it back to Azalea. So Azalea starts things off again. And I don't know what she was doing, but she dribbles into, and so she ends up dribbling it into the wing. Jaden Montoya was there at the wing, so she just started dribbling up to Jaden. Jaden just started backing away. Finally, Jaden just ran away to get away from her. It was getting crowded, and then she got pinned against the sideline. She was trying to call a timeout when the Hilltoppers knocked the ball out of bounds. So now a shot taken by Jaden Holland is off, and the rebound comes and out of bounds off of the Jaguars. Hilltoppers will inbound it under the Jaguar basket, and they'll hand the ball now to Sofia Trujillo. And Carly Holland will bring it up for Los Alamos. 2.5 minutes to go. 7-7 ball game. And wow. I mean, and once again, Jaden Holland. I tell you, Jaden Montoya is not a big girl. She's very short, and she doesn't weigh a lot. But boy, she went for that pass, and she ended up getting leveled, and by Sofia Trujillo. And so Sofia picks up her first. That's the 15th foul. But boy, Jaden got knocked flat. Here goes a three-point shot by Jaden. This one is off. Rebound is going to go off of Los Alamos as Carly Holland trying to get a hold of it, could not. And I'm telling you, Jaden, if she's hoping, she's ready. She's ready to fire. So they bring it into her, and now a shot inside the two-point line, but the rebound right there. This is off. So Azalea Malicia was right there for the putback, so she puts it in. She now has 6 points in the ball game, and we're down to under 2 minutes to go. Carly Holland back out toward the half-court circle, gets the screen from Kenya Macias, gets it down low. Three-point shot by Dalen Rodriguez, rims around and comes off. Rebound comes down to the Jaguars. Up the floor comes Malicia, and Azalea across the timeline. Gets it over now to Jaden Montoya. Montoya back to in the corner to Azalea again. Azalea going to take it down and put it up. Nice move, boy. She just didn't put enough mustard on it. Shot inside is going to be taken this time, trying to be taken by and blocked. The shot blocked by Emma Raven, as that was Azalea Malicia took it to the hole from the left side. Nice block by Emma Raven. Carly Holland brings it across the timeline. Minute to go. There's a steal. Oh, and I was going to say the steal and the score. But beautiful steal. Sonia Lopez down. Had a wide open layup, missed it, but a good trail that time by Azalea Malicia. And Malicia lays it in for two. She now has 8 points. And the Jaguars go up by 4, 11-7. Hilltopper trying to get the ball underneath. And to Emma Raven. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. So the Hilltoppers will inbound it, and we have a bunch of substitutions coming in for the Hilltoppers. So now they're going to hand the ball to Daylin Rodriguez, and she will inbound it. And gets it inside to Tara McDonald. McDonald starts to go up. Oh, boy, I mean, she was immediately quadruple teamed. And right now, Jaden Montoya giving Carly Holland everything she can handle. And Carly Holland dribbles away from her, dribbles over to the right wing, and a beautiful shot by Carly Holland, a three-pointer. That makes it now 10-11 with 8 seconds to go. Jaden Holland, she's going to put it up at the buzzer. Whoa, and she does. No, they're going to call her for traveling. Holy mackerel. She been firing away. So it was a buzzer shot, but they stopped the clock at 2.9 seconds as they call her for the travel. That's too bad for Jaden. She's been hustling all over the floor. And so now the Hilltoppers are going to try a shot from half court. Carly Holland, and that is partially blocked by Jaden Montoya. So that'll do it for the first half of play. And interestingly enough, it was 6-5 Jaguars at the end of the first quarter. Right now it's 11-10 Jaguars at the end of the second quarter. 5 points each for each team here in the second quarter. So we got a major shootout going here at Griffith Gymnasium. And they're probably going to have to replace the nets. I think the nets are getting a little frayed from all the balls zipping through those nets. Anyway, it's 11-10, and the Hilltoppers are down by 1. And so in that second quarter, the Hilltoppers came up with 2 field goals. One of those was a three-pointer, and they had no free throws in that second quarter. And for the Jaguars, they had 2 field goals, no three-pointers, and they were 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So the Jaguars finished with 5 field goals and no three-pointers, and they were 1 for 5 from the free throw line. The Hilltoppers, they end up with 4 field goals and 1 three-pointer, and they were 1 for 2 from the line. And the score ends up 11-10 as the Jaguars not exactly an offensive outburst here by both these teams, but a hard-fought game so far. 11-10. I thought this ball game would probably be fairly close. The one thing that I wasn't, I know that the Jaguars looked pretty good down and looked a little better than Los Alamos did when they were down in Santa Fe. But like I say, you never know, and of course you're going to play at home. And and it seems like there's a different Topper girls team that shows up every night. But we will see what happens here in the second half of play. And so let me see. This is I'm going to take a short break, and so we'll just keep it here, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to take a little break here, and we'll be back.
Hello, I'm Commander Oliver Morris with the Los Alamos Police Department. It's an exciting time to live in Los Alamos. With the increase in hiring at the lab, we've seen more motorists and visitors come to Los Alamos. But with that, we've also seen an increase in traffic. And with traffic, we also get calls of distracted driving, speeding, and sometimes aggressive driving. Please join me in reducing these calls. Our officers are going to be out in force looking for these types of driving behavior. If you see something, please call us at our non-emergency line or our emergency line. We appreciate your partnership in helping keep our community safe, and thank you.
Hi, I'm Troy Hughes with Los Alamos Fire Department, reminding you that fall's upon us and winter's soon coming, so we'll start using our appliances more, like our furnace, our fireplaces. Make sure you get those appliances checked by a certified technician, especially the fireplaces. Make sure you've got a good chimney sweep, get that thing good and clean and ready to burn. And make sure you have a good working CO detector and smoke alarm in your home if you're going to use those appliances.
For at this offensive outburst, and Hilltoppers leading in or trailing in the ball game right now, 11-10 to the Lady Jaguars. Lady Jaguars just outside of Los Lunas, and so as I said, looking at the scoring, they had Alicia Malaysia, the 5'4" sophomore, and their point guard. She led all scorers with 8 points. She was followed by Jasmine Zuniga with 2, and Sonia Lopez with 1. For a total of 11 points. So 3 players scoring for the points, 4 players scoring for Los Alamos. And they were led by Gigi Romero with 4. And Carrie Holland had a 3-pointer, the only 3-pointer of this ball game, even though Jaden Montoya is really trying hard to get one. She did get one, but she was called for traveling. And let's see, Dalen Rodriguez has 1. Carrie Holland has a 3-pointer, and Tara McDonald started the scoring off with a nice little left-handed layup. So 4 players scoring for Los Alamos for a total of 10 points. 4 field goals for Los Alamos. 1 of those a 3-pointer. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 5 field goals for the Jaguars. No 3-pointers. 1 of 5 from the free throw line. 2 team fouls were called on Valencia. 5 team fouls were called on Los Alamos. Valencia led 6-5 at the end of the first quarter. and both teams scored 5 points in the second quarter. So the differential remains the same, 11-10. And the junior varsity ball game, which was a pretty hard-fought ball game, which I thought for sure was going to go to overtime because the scoring just went away in the last few minutes of the ball game. It sat on 23 forever, and then finally Los Alamos did break it, the tie with a couple of minutes to go, and took a lead 25-23. Got the ball back, went into stall, and the Jaguars made no attempt to foul. They just they were on the bench hollering pressure, but they just let the Hilltoppers essentially dribble it out. So the Hilltoppers win that one 25-23 in the junior varsity contest. The Hilltopper boys are in Albuquerque tonight taking on St. Pius. And then on Thursday night, they'll travel to Valencia to take on the boys half of the Jaguar program, and that'll be in the Valencia. And then the Hilltoppers girls will entertain Del Norte here on Thursday night. They right now looking at the breakdown of the teams. It's for the Valencia. They got 4 seniors, 4 juniors, 2 sophomores, and 1 freshman. Hilltoppers almost exactly the same. They just have 1 more player than the Jaguars do. So they're 4-4-2-2, and Jaguars are 4-4-2-1. And they start things off. The Jaguars are going to inbound it to start things off here in the third quarter. They lead by 1, 11-10 in the ball game. Right for Los Alamos to start things off, we have Lena Chavez and Tara McDonald, Michelle Macias, Gigi Romero, and Carly Holland. So that's the starting lineup for Los Alamos here in the second half of play, and they bring it into Jaden Montoya. Montoya getting directions from her coach. He's going to take it to the hole, puts it up, and wasn't able to finish. Rebound comes down to Tara McDonald. And Jaden is not bashful. Boy, she penetrates, she hustles, and she's not a very big girl, like I say. Carly Holland, they get it in the corner to Gigi Romero. Great Gigi trying to cut across the lane, has the ball knocked away from her. Tara McDonald picks up the loose ball. It is stolen away from her and coming all the way down the floor and laying it in. Boy, I mean, she just stole away from Tara, and then she just took it all the way down. That was Jasmine Zuniga. No, that was not. It was Azalea Malicia. And she just took it all the way, and then she laid it in. And she's going to attempt to complete the three-point play. That personal foul went to Michelle Macias. And the shot is up and in. So, and Michelle picks up the first personal of the second half and also her second personal. So the Hilltoppers now trail by 4, 14-10. Gigi Romero trying to penetrate, tries to dish it off in the corner. Way down the floor goes Jaden Holland. Holland takes it up puts it up with the left hand, but beautiful block that time by Carly Holland. I thought Carly got all ball, but they're going to say no. And so Carly's going to pick up her second personal. That is the second team foul. That's going to put Jaden Holland on the free throw, Jaden Montoya on the free throw line. Jaden has not scored in the ballgame, not for lack of trying. Nobody on the lane for the Jaguars. Now the Jaguars for the second shot will come and populate the lane. So she puts in the first and drops that one in too. Nice looking free throws. Makes it now, 16-10. So all of a sudden a 5-point burst here by Jaguars, and now Jaden Montoya steals it away. Up the floor they come. They bring it now to Jasmine Zuniga. Her shot is off. She came in with a wide open left-handed layup, but a great steal that time by the freshman Jaden Montoya. We're going to have a timeout taken by Ray Rivero, and this will be the first timeout of this ball game. And let's see what he wants to get here. He wants to get a 30-second timeout. and that's the first one anybody's taken. But anyway, right now it's 16-10. It was 11-10. Both teams scored 5 points in the second quarter, and then the Jaguars opened things up here, and they right off the bat in the third quarter, and an immediate 5 points, and with a lot of good defensive hustle. And that's mainly what it's been. It hasn't been like an offensive attack. It's been their defense has been forcing the turnovers, and they're able to score off those turnovers. So in just about a minute and 20 seconds, actually in just about a minute, they scored 5 points, and they now lead 16-10 over Los Alamos. Hilltoppers will inbound it at midcourt. They bring it into Carly Holland, and they'll get it now to Lena Chavez back to Carly. So they're just playing catch across the top of the key. Comes now to Michelle Macias. Macias needs to do something with it. She's going to get well, she does. She throws it away. She was going to get a 5-second call, and she ends up throwing it right to Azalea Malicia. Azalea over to Jaden Montoya. Jaden, well, it was a good idea, but Lena Chavez there blocked the shot. After Azalea passed it over to Jaden, she just snuck down the lane on the right side. She was wide open, but the Hilltoppers got a hand on it. Inside they come now to Gigi Romero. Nice little turnaround by Gigi, and just doesn't put enough on it. Bounces on the side of the rim forever and then falls off. Up the floor comes our point guard and leading scorer right now, Azalea Malicia, with 10 points in the ballgame. And they trying to get it over onto the left wing. They throw it out of bounds, so it's now 16-10, and no press being put on by the Jaguars. The Hilltoppers have not scored. We have 5:45 remaining here in the third period. Carly Holland will walk it up for Los Alamos. Stops in the half-court circle, now brings it over to Lena Chavez, down low to Emma Raven. And we're going to have a foul, I think, away from the ball. Let's see what this is. And that's going to go to Bailey O'Connor. That's only her first. That is the first team foul. That's only the third team foul called on the Jaguars in this ballgame. Carly Holland, three-point shot from way outside. That's off. Long rebound comes right back to Carly. She gets it down in the corner to Tara McDonald. Tara back out on top to Carly. Over to Gigi Romero. Puts up the three-point shot. This is good. Gigi Romero. The three-pointer gives her 7 points and cuts it to a three-point ball game. 16-13. Malicia brings it across the timeline. Still on the dribble. Is going to hand it off to Jasmine Zuniga. Back to Zuniga. Now over to Azalea. Double. She got away. She put the ball on the floor, lost the handle for a moment, grabbed it with both hands, and then kept right on going. So major double dribble right in front of the officials. And then Azalea takes it all the way into the basket, puts the shot up, is off. But she's going to put up 2 shots. First one rims around and comes out. She's going to put up, and she's going to put up one more. So it's still 16-13. And that personal foul, by the way, went to Carly Holland. That was her third. That is the third team foul on Los Alamos. This shot is off. Rebound comes down to, this time now to Sofia Trujillo. Sofia will bring it up for Los Alamos with 4:40 to go. 3-point ball game. Sofia at the point right now. They get it to Abby Martinez. Skip pass comes across to Gigi Romero. Gigi trying to go down the baseline is cut off. Gets it to Tara McDonald. Inside to Emma Raven. Raven puts the shot up. Rebound comes down to Tara McDonald. Tara's put back, and she's fouled. So, and that personal foul will go to Sonia Lopez. That's going to be her first. That's the second. Or they're going to say that's her second. I only had her for one. Oh, well. And that is the second team foul. So I guess they had 3 team fouls in the first half. Tara McDonald's first shot is off. Second shot is off. So Tara misses them both. And walking it up the floor, here she comes, Azalea Malicia. 4:15 to go here in the third quarter. 3-point ball game. Jaden Montoya, reach and foul will go to Abby Martinez, who can't believe it. So she reaches around, knocks the ball away, and so that's her second, fourth team foul. And they inbound it. They bring it inside now to Sonia Lopez. Lopez picks up her dribble. She walks. So she got into a double team and trying to get out of it. Drug that pivot foot. 16-13. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Jaguars have scored 5. The Hilltoppers have scored 3. Gigi Romero, they bounce it inside to Emma Raven. Raven puts a shot up. And under the basket, and she did not use the backboard. No, bad show. Just tried to put it up, and she just went over the top of just flew over the top of the basket from side to side. Jaden Montoya, 3-point shot. And this one is going to be an air ball. But she's got the major green light, I guarantee you.
Number 24, Carly Howland.
And still 16-13. Carly Holland comes back into the ballgame playing with three personal fouls, and she will join Sophia Trujillo along with Abby Martinez and Kenya Macias and Emma Raven. They tried to pass it inside to Emma, picked off by Bailey O'Connor. O'Connor will get it to the point guard, and who's handled the ball most of the ball game, Azalea Malicia. Over to Jaden Montoya. Montoya on the dribble, picks it up. Jaden, only a freshman. They bring it over on the right wing. Now putting the ball on the floor is Azalea. And so we're going to have a timeout taken by Michaela Medina. And so she wants a full timeout. Wants to talk things over here. So with 3:04 to go here in the third quarter, it's a 16-13 ball game as the Jaguars opened up in the first 2 minutes with 5 points, have not scored since. So it's in about 4 minutes since they've scored. The Hilltoppers have scored 3 points in this entire quarter. I cannot believe this a high school varsity ball game is 16-13. It goes back to fourth grade Y. But anyway, Jaden Montoya finally picked up some points. She now has 2, and then adding to her points total was and that was Alicia Malacia, and she has picked up another 3 points, so she now has 11, and that is the scoring for the Jaguars. 3 for Azalea and 2 for Jaden Montoya and 3 for the Hilltoppers. A 3-point shot by Gigi Romero. So 3:04 to go, and the Jaguars will inbound it into front court. They'll work down the right sideline. They'll hand the ball to Azalea. She'll bring it into Jaden Montoya. Jaden goes to the point. Azalea rotates down to the baseline. Jaden trying to get around. She's cut off nicely by this time by Sophia Trujillo. She gets the screen. It comes around the screen. She's going to keep going. Takes it all the way to the hole. Ball comes down to Sonia Lopez. She'll get it over to Jaden Montoya. Montoya once again is cut off. She cannot get around Sophia Trujillo. She gets it to Azalea Malicia. 2.5 minutes to go. Azalea starts to go in. She had a wide open move to the basket, and she decided to dish it off. And a nice shot from 15 feet out by Sonia Lopez. Boy, that was pretty. And nothing but net. And now she'll go to the free throw line, try to attempt the 3-point play. The personal foul went to Alyssa Garcia. That was her first. And that is the 4th team foul on Los Alamos. And the 5th team foul on Los Alamos. So her attempt to get the complete the 3-point play is not successful. 2:15 to go. 18-13. Over now, Abby Martinez, 3-point shot. And that one's going to go out of bounds. And trying to screen it. It was heading toward the Hilltopper bench. Trying to screen everybody away from it was Azalea Melissa. She had everybody screened, and then she kicked it with her toe. And so all she was going to do is let it go out of bounds. It'll be her ball, and then she just inadvertently tapped it with her toe and out of bounds. The Hilltoppers will inbound it. They bring it in now. Alyssa Garcia with it. Comes to Kenya Macias. Macias over to Alyssa Garcia. 3-point shot from the top of the key. This one by Sophia Trujillo. Rebound comes down to Azalea. She'll walk it up for the Jaguars. Dalen Rodriguez about to check in for Los Alamos. Azalea still on the dribble. Finally picks it up. Gets it to Jaden Montoya with 1:30 to go. 3-point shot by Azalea. Long rebound comes down to, this time now comes down to Sophia Trujillo. Sophia will bring it up. Right wing. They bounce it out. Now they're going to shift it over. I thought they were going to go to the left wing. They decided to come back to the right. Get it to Sophia Trujillo. So underneath it goes to Emma Raven. Raven can't do anything with it. Nice move to the basket. Wow. Beautiful move right down the middle of the lane. Goes Sophia Trujillo. It's a 1-point ball game. No, 3-point ball game. I forgot. Sonia Lopez had that nice 3-pointer. 18-15. 45 seconds to go. Third quarter. Ripping up the nets here. Azalea Milicia puts his shot up. And getting the rebound that time was Alyssa Garcia, who immediately gets decked and no call. So she ends up losing the ball out of bounds. 33 seconds to go. 18-16 ball game. Azalea Milicia will inbound it. She does everything. Gets it in now to Jaden Montoya. Jaden out on top with 25 seconds to go. Gets the screen. They try a little pick and roll, except that Bailey O'Connor set the screen, started to roll, and stopped. They made the pass, came right to Emma Raven. So they get the ball in the corner, and coming down to Dalen Rodriguez. Boy, nice move by Dalen Rodriguez right down the baseline on the right side. It's a 1-point ball game. And once again, Azalea Milicia shoots from half court. Boy, I mean, flat right on the line. And so that brings it to an end. So once again, they even the score. Each team scores 7 points. So the Hilltoppers come up with 7. And they now have 17. The Jaguars have 18. So the difference in this ball game so far has been the first quarter when the Jaguars outscored Los Alamos 6-5, and that's been the whole difference in this ball game right now. Junior Varsity won 25-23, and on Thursday night the Hilltopper girls will be at home here once again, take on the Del Norte, the Lady Knights, and I always thought they should be called the Damsels. Because, I mean, did they have such a thing as Lady Knights? I don't know. 18-17. And let's see, it will be the Hilltopper ball. Yes, it will be. To start off the fourth quarter, down by 1. Let's see, they have, they led in the ball game momentarily when Tara McDonald popped in that left-handed layup at the beginning of the ball game. 2-0, and that's the only lead the Hilltoppers have had. And the biggest lead for the Jaguars has been 5. Hilltoppers inbound it. They come over to Gigi Romero. Emma Raven has the ball knocked out of her hands. Comes and the ball comes right smack underneath. Everybody going for it. And then the ball got slapped under the basket. Kenya Macias just standing there. All she had to do is turn around and lay it in. Everybody was going. They were volleyballing the ball right then. And it just suddenly got slapped to Kenya. Nobody was back there but her. The Hilltoppers take their first lead since the beginning of the ball game. Jaden Montoya takes it to the hole. Rebound comes down to the Hilltoppers. The battle for it on the floor. And the ball was going to go off of the Jaguars. The ball went off of one of the Jaguars laying on the floor. The Hilltopper girl, Kenya Macias, didn't realize that. And so she grabbed it just before it went out of bounds, brought it back in, and then it was knocked out of bounds by the Jaguars. So the Hilltoppers now will get the ball in the backcourt. No press being put on. They lead by 1. And we've got coming down to 7 minutes to go. 3-point shot from way out. Whoa. Long rebound. That was taken, that shot by Sofia Trujillo. Long rebound came down out to Abby Martinez. So they bring it over to Gigi Romero. Gigi pulls up, gets a pass over to Abby Martinez. Abby can't hang on, goes right through her hands. 19-18. Jaguars, Hilltoppers up by 1. They led 2-0 right off the bat, and this is the first lead till then. And now we're going to have we're going to 2-platoon it here for Los Alamos, as we have 4 girls coming to the scorers table to come in for Ray Romero. And with the ball right now is Azalea Milicia. They get it to Kylie Ashley, and Kylie Ashley the junior varsity tries to come down the lane on the right side, starts to put up the shot. Her shot is blocked. And so they're going to inbound it. They bring it into Jaden Montoya, and she'll bounce it back out on top. That's Azalea Milicia. Milicia gets the screen, brings it over to Jaden just to the left of the key. Now they go to the right wing. Down low in the right wing, the pass out to Jaden Montoya. She starts to go with the shot, decides not to, gets it to Azalea. Milicia on the dribble, still on the dribble, gets it over to Kylie Ashley. Ashley will bring it back to Azalea. So Milicia will trying to get the ball. They're trying to get it to Adriana Sanchez. Shot goes up. Shot is off. Rebound comes down to Adriana Sanchez. Her putback is off. And so the Hilltoppers will get it now to Carly Holland. Holland will bring it up for the Hilltoppers. Comes over now to Lena Chavez. Lena Chavez will rotate it to the other side to Gigi Romero. Pass inside to Kenya Macias is picked off. Here comes Jaden Holland. She's going to take it all the way to the hole and scores. She just blew by everybody. And I mean, blew by everybody. So that makes it now 20-19. And Carly Holland with it. Trying to get it inside. They can't get it inside. Now they bring it to Gigi Romero. Back to Carly. On the baseline, a shot up. Long rebound just bounces around. Nobody goes for it. Finally, Adriana Sanchez runs over, picks up the loose ball, and turns around and hands it to her point guard. 20-19. 4:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Underneath to a wide open, boy, beautiful pass from Jaden Montoya to a wide open Azalea Milicia, and she lays it in for 2. And so now Ray Romero wants a timeout, and not sure which. Let's see what kind he wants here, and he's gonna want a full. Wants to really talk things over here. So 5 team fouls have been called on Los Alamos so far in this half. Total of 10 altogether in the ball game for the Jaguars. They had 3 in the first half and then 2 in this half, and so they've only been called for five team fouls in this whole ball game. And then they scored. Let's see, in that third quarter, what do we got here? We got 2 field goals for the Jaguars, no 3-pointers, And then they're 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 3. They should be. Let's see what they got. Yeah. And they were 3 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 for 6 from the free throw line. The Hilltoppers were 0 for 2 from the free throw line in that third quarter, and they 1, 2, 3, 4 field goals. One of those was a three-pointer. I don't think that adds up. But anyway. So, anyway, we'll start things off here with the Hilltoppers going for bringing it in for the Hilltoppers, and Carly Holland will bring it up for Los Alamos. Pass inside, and not a good pass, easily picked off by the Jaguars. They get it to Azalea Malicia, and now they're going to go into four corners. So Michaela Medina stands up and signals four corners. So that's what they're going to do. The Hilltoppers have the 2 fouls to get them into the 1-and-1, but they have 5. If the Hilltoppers get the lead, the Jaguars, if they want to foul, and so let's see. Right now, the Hilltoppers ought to be giving at least 1 foul, a common foul, right now to get it up to count up to 6. But not sure they'll do that. They hand it to Jaden Montoya. She gets it back to their point guard. 3.5 minutes to go. And right now, Carly Holland, as they're putting a lot of pressure on Gigi Romero, they get it inside to Adriana Sanchez. Her shot, she starts to go up. She decides not to, gets it back out to Azalea. They spread it out again. 3:10 to go. And still on the dribble, still moving around. The Hilltoppers, well, I thought Michelle Macias is going to be called for a reach-in foul, and they needed that. And it wasn't a deliberate foul, but they certainly needed that. That gives them 6 team fouls. So at least the next foul will put the Jaguars on the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. So 3 minutes to go, and they spread it out again. Adriana Sanchez will bring it now to Kylie Ashley. Ashley over to Jaden Montoya. Montoya gets it out to Azalea. Nice move to the basket, and that's not the foul you want. You don't want a shooting foul. Personal foul goes to Tara McDonald. That should be her second. That is the 7th team foul on Los Alamos.
Sonia Lopez at the line.
So at the free throw line, and that is Sonia Lopez. She puts in the first. And right now she's 2 for 5 from the free throw line. Drops that one in.
For the Jaguars, number 50.
So all of a sudden, it's a 5-point ball game. Wow. With 2:40 to go, and I can guarantee you Michaela Medina is going to spread it out. So the Hilltoppers' only hope would be to put them on the line, make them shoot a 1-and-1. Down the baseline comes the ball, comes down is off. It's coming down the baseline with Carly Holland, put back by Emma Raven, is off, and the personal foul. Sonia Lopez picks up her 3rd personal. That's only the third team foul of this half, and at the free throw line is Emma Raven, and Emma was there earlier, and she missed them both. So she puts up 2. She'll have 1 more here. And this one is off the backboard and in. 4-point ball game. Full court press by Los Alamos. Almost picking it off. Down the floor in a hurry comes Azalea Malicia over to Jaden Montoya. Azalea still with it. They're just running away from Los Alamos right now. And they bring it over to Jaden Montoya. Now the pass comes in to Sonia Lopez. She was wide open, passes up the shot, gets it out top to Jaden Montoya. You don't want to foul Jaden. She's a very good free throw shooter. And now we're going to have a timeout taken by Michaela Medina with 1:54 to go, and they leading by 4 here in this ball game. So 18-17 was the score at the end of the quarter, as each team scored 7 points. But right now the Hilltoppers have only come up. Let's see, the Hilltoppers. Let's see. I'm sorry. Let's see. I guess it was. Anyway, the Hilltoppers have only come up with 1 point. Let's see. I was off on that. So right now it is 20-24, and the Jaguars up by 4 on Los Alamos with 1:54 to go. And the Jaguars are going to go to North Carolina basketball right now. 4 corners. 1:54. They get the ball now to Zelia Malizia into Jaden Montano. And the Hilltopper of the ball gets knocked away, and Jaden Montoya back there with the Hilltoppers picked up the ball. They had 2 players back there getting ready to bring the ball up. Jaden Montoya was the only player back there, and she picks the pocket of one of those girls. Unbelievable. Hilltoppers had a chance to cut it to 2 or to 1, and they let Jaden Montano steal the ball away from him right in the middle of the open court. And now we're going to have a reach-in foul go to Gigi Romero. And that's only going to be her first. That is the 8th team foul. That is the 8th team foul on Los Alamos. And shooting a 1-on-1 right now, I do believe that is Sonia Lopez. And she was just there and canned 2 of them. So she puts in the first of the 1-and-1, and she'll shoot 1 more. It's a 5-point lead now, 25-20. And Sonia still at the free throw line. Nice touch. So they're 2 big free throw shooters in the ball game were Jaden Montoya and Sonia Lopez. Neither one of those girls you wanted to put on the line. Gigi Romero over now to Abby. Gigi Romero now over to Abby Martinez. Martinez takes it to the hole, and she's fouled. That personal foul will go right now to, and that's Sonia Lopez. That's her 4th personal. And the 4th team foul.
Number 50, Bailey O'Connor.
And so at the free throw line, Abby Martinez shooting 2, misses the first. So the Hilltoppers' second one, this is off also. Rebound comes down to Carly Holland. She's fouled. No, she's not fouled. She was decked, but all they're going to say is that by decking her, she lost the ball out of bounds. So it's your fault that she lost the ball out of bounds. Unbelievable. Comes inside now to Gigi Romero. Romero with a turnaround jumper. That's off. Rebound comes down to Tara McDonald. McDonald is going to be fouled from behind, but the Jaguars only have 4 team fouls, so the Hilltoppers are not going to, well, they shouldn't be at the line. They're giving her 2 shots. All she did was catch the rebound. She made no effort to shoot whatsoever. But anyway, they're giving Tara 2 shots. And this one rims around and drops in. Unbelievable. She made no effort whatsoever to shoot. All she was trying to do was get the rebound, and that personal foul went to Bailey O'Connor, her 2nd. That's the 5th team foul. And Tara drops the second one in, makes it a 5-point ball game with a minute to go. Full court press by the Hilltoppers, and they get it to Zelia Malicia. Malicia brings it out now to Sonia Lopez, and And Abby Martinez is going to foul her, and that's not the girl you want to foul.
Foul charge to Abigail Martinez.
So Abby picks up her third personal, and that is they saying the 8th team foul. That's not the 8th. That's well, I've got them from 9, but anyway, they're saying it's the 8th team foul.
Sonia Lopez to the line.
And Sonia Lopez is going to go back to the line. I know that's the 9th team foul. And so Sonia will go to the free throw line, and she's going to shoot a 1-and-1 anyway. And
Sonia Lopez shooting 1-and-1.
she was just there and canned both of them. So Lopez at the free throw line. No problemo. She has 5 in a row. And she'll shoot one more. That is not the girl you wanted to foul, I guarantee you. Boy, she has no trouble at all from that free throw line. 6 in a row. 27-22. Gigi Romero. Pass over to Carly Holland is knocked out of bounds by Adriana Sanchez. Checking into the ball game right now is Jasmine Zuniga, and she'll replace. I don't understand why that. Sonia Lopez, the best free throw shooter they've got out there. So that's what they want to do. Take her out of the ball game. So they bring it underneath. Shot is off. Battle for the rebound. It's on the floor. We're going to have a personal foul, and that's going to go to. Let's see. Let's see. That's okay. That one's going to go to Jasmine Zuniga. That's going to be her. That's her second, and that is only the 6th team foul. So the Hilltoppers will inbound it. Carly Holland right down Broadway puts it up. Rebound is off. Rebound comes down to Michelle Macias. Her putback is off, and then a battle for the rebound. Let's see. They're going to call a personal foul on Michelle Macias. That's her 4th. And that is well, now they're saying it's the 10th. They're putting 9 on the scoreboard, and 10 is right. Maury Pongratz announcing 10. The last time they announced 9, they announced 8 and left it at 8. It was actually 9. And so now it's 10. So they'll shoot 2. With 25 seconds to go, and we have a timeout taken by this time. Let's see, by this will be a full timeout taken by the Valencia, but it's all that is academic. Both teams have. Well, the Jaguars have 2 timeouts left, and the Hilltoppers have 3, but of course all that means nothing at this point. So next ball game for Los Alamos, the Hilltoppers right now, they will drop to 3-3 on the season, and the Jaguars will go to 3-3 on the season. Unbelievable. But they went into that 4 corners, and the Hilltoppers made no effort to foul. They just kept trying to bring pressure, but they just had no chance. And they finally do end up fouling, and they fouled the absolutely wrong girl. They fouled Sonia Lopez 3 straight times, and she made 6 straight free throws. And so right now, Adriana Sanchez is at the free throw line, has not scored in the ball game, and this is her first attempt at the line. And she doesn't miss. And they weren't shooting that well before. Not at all. They were 1 for 5 in the first half. And Adriana drops them both in.
Timeout, Hilltoppers.
Oh, don't tell me. Hilltoppers take a timeout down by 8 with 24.7 seconds to go. Whoa. Is he going to take a full? Oh, my golly, yes, he is. So he has a full and a 30. Jaguars have a full and a 30. But I think it's kind of academic at this point. So the And Sonia Lopez, who had 1 point in the first half, and then she ends up with 10 points for the game by virtue of those 6 straight free throws, and so the Hilltoppers have not scored a field goal here in this. No, they have not scored a field goal here in this fourth quarter. They are 3 for 4 from the free throw line, and that's been it. So anyway, so no field goals for the Hilltoppers. And the Jaguars have only come up with 2 field goals. All the rest of their scoring, which they have picked up 12 points, and all the rest of it. So they've taken, so they have 4 from the line, and then they have 8 from the free throw line. Carly Holland brings it up for Los Alamos across the timeline. 15 seconds to go. Still on the dribble. She's going to put up the 3. Way out. Long rebound comes down. And they get it to Gigi Romero. She's going to put up the 3. Nope. Get it to Abby Martinez. She takes it to the hole. She's clobbered. And she'll go to the free throw line with 3.5 seconds to go. And that personal foul will go to Adriana Sanchez. That is her second. That's the 7th team foul. And at the free throw line will be Abby Martinez, who's just there, missed them both. Puts the first one in. And now she'll shoot one more. Makes it 30-23. And so Abby ready for shot number 2. This is off. So I thought they were actually trying to foul Abby Martinez. So she ends up with 1 point. And 7 points for Gigi Romero, 3 points for Dalen Rodriguez. And the final score, 30-23, as the Hilltoppers only came up with 4 points in that fourth quarter, 12 for the Jaguars. And the Hilltoppers did not score a field goal in that fourth quarter. The scoring for the Hilltoppers, they had, let's see, for, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They had 8 players getting the scoring column. They were led by Gigi Romero with 7, and then followed, let's see, Dalen Rodriguez and Carly Holland each had 3, and then 2 each for Tara McDonald, Kenya Macias, and Sophie Trujillo, 1 each for Abby Martinez and Emma Raven. And the leading scorer the leading scorer in the ball game, I believe, was let's see, she has 8, 10, 11, 13 points for Azalea Malicia, and she was followed right behind by 10 points from Sonia Lopez, and most of those coming from the free throw line. So that's it. So the Hilltoppers go down 30-23. They drop 3-3, and the Jaguars move up to 3-3. So we'll be back on the air on Thursday night. The Hilltopper girls are going to play Del Norte here at Griffith Gymnasium, and we'll see how that goes. So have a great evening, everybody, and make it an even better evening. All you got to do is put a love in your heart. Don't forget to hug that penguin, but the most important thing you can always do is just be excellent to each other. And sweetie pie, night, night. I love you, sweetie. God, I miss you, honey. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hello, I'm Commander Oliver Morris with the Los Alamos Police Department. It's an exciting time to live in Los Alamos. With the increase in hiring at the lab, we've seen more motorists and visitors come to Los Alamos. But with that, we've also seen an increase in traffic. And with traffic, we also get calls of distracted driving, speeding, and sometimes aggressive driving. Please join me in reducing these calls. Our officers are going to be out in force looking for these types of driving behavior. If you see something, please call us at our non-emergency line or our emergency line. We appreciate your partnership in helping keep our community safe, and thank you.
Hi, I'm Troy Hughes with Los Alamos Fire Department, reminding you that fall's upon us and winter's soon coming, so we'll start using our appliances more, like our furnace, our fireplaces. Make sure you get those appliances checked by a certified technician, especially the fireplaces. Make sure you've got a good chimney sweep, get that thing good and clean and ready to burn, and make sure you have a good working CO detector and smoke alarm in your home if you're going to use those appliances.